Hello! Today is a very exciting day because I am announcing something that I've never really tried to do on this channel before, but I think this will be fun for me, fun for you guys, and it felt like the right year to do this. I am announcing the Roberts Readathon, where we will be reading Nora Roberts together. Like a lot of it. We'll get into the details, but in terms of what this is going to be a readathon reading Nora Roberts / J.D. Robb. And the goal is really for people to try Nora Roberts if they've never read her before, or to just spend some time diving deeper into her backlist if you have read from her before. Nora Roberts is an incredibly prolific author. By the end of this year, she will have, I believe, 262 published books, at least by my count, and there's a reason why she is so prolific and so popular. That's because her books are really, really fun. She has been writing, as of this year, for 40 years, which is why I thought this might be a good year to do this particular readathon. Her first book, Irish Thoroughbred, came out in 1981, and so to celebrate that, and also to have a summer readathon towards the end of July to maybe fill a slot of readathoning that might normally be happening in that time period, I thought that this might be a great opportunity for us to just enjoy and celebrate reading some Nora Roberts together. So in terms of the time frame for this, I guess we should go through who, what, when, where, why. Who? Me. I'm hosting this. Mara, Books Like Whoa. We are reading Nora Roberts / J.D. Robb. What? Is a readathon. So the goal for this is for you to read as much as you want or as much as possible. Some readathons, there are specific challenges. Some of them are more like numbers based. For this particular readathon, I would like to follow the method that Olive from A Book Olive set up for Nonfiction November, where really the goal is for you to read more of something, not to hit specific numbers necessarily. So for Nonfiction November, if you don't really read nonfiction, if you read one nonfiction book, you're doing better than you normally are, so like you are doing the challenge. And similar kind of principle here. If you have never read Nora Roberts before, reading just one book definitely will count as participating. If you have read a little bit from her before, or she's somebody who you read regularly, trying to read just a little bit more of her in that time frame will be what the goal is. For those of you though who want a little more structure, I do have a bingo board that I am putting together. I will put it up here on the screen so you guys can see it, but I picked 4 books to go on the bingo board for people who want like a direction. The 4 books I picked are 2 that I have read and already love from Nora Roberts. My all-time favorite from her is The Obsession. This is a standalone romantic suspense. I also picked Naked in Death, which is the beginning of her futuristic police procedural romance. So these are 2 books that I have already read and loved, and I feel like represent 2 parts of the kind of book she writes. The other 2 books on the bingo board are Year One, and Year One is also the pick for the Blades and Bodice Ripper book club, which is a book club I run with my friends Bethany, Amanda, and Leanna, and the July book club will be on my channel on the 31st. So this is our book club pick. So if you want a specific kind of read-along book, I would say this is probably the closest thing we have to that. And this is a dystopia, and I assume that there will be romance in here, but it's really a dystopian book. And so that one is, we're gonna have a specific live show for, so if you're looking for like a pick, if you're gonna read just one, I guess this would probably be it, though Obsession is my favorite book from her, so maybe I would steer you there. And then the 4th one on the bingo board is Irish Thoroughbred, because as I mentioned, it is the 40th anniversary of its publication this year, so I felt like going back to her first book would be a fun adventure. So these are definitely 2 on my TBR that I'm going to be reading, and as you can see on the bingo board, if you read all 4 of those, or if you have read all 4 of those, you already have a bingo because, you know, the corners plus the free slot equals a bingo. But the other things I have on here are really just things that you frequently find in Nora Roberts. So I just thought that this might be a fun way for people to kind of keep track of things that they're seeing in the books as they read them. So like I have a house reno on here. Main character figures out who done it. Impassioned speech about justice. A toxic mom. So just kind of recurring tropes. I think if you're a reader of Nora Roberts, Roberts, hopefully many of these will seem familiar. For instance, main character's job makes you consider a career change. Anybody besides me? Small town feels make you consider moving. Frequently, me. So that is part of the challenge as well. If you would like to try to get some bingos, I figured that would be a fun way to go about that without being overly prescriptive. I'm trying to thread the needle here between, I just want people to read Nora Roberts. I just want you to pick up a book from her. If you do that, you're participating. But for those of you who want a little bit more of a challenge, trying to give you some things to do there as well. In terms of the rest of my TBR, like I said, I'm gonna read Irish Thoroughbred and Year One for sure. I think I will also try to read a third one, so I may pick up Carolina Moon or The Villa as another standalone suspense from her, because it's been a while since I've read one of those that wasn't a new release. And then I'm also intrigued by her Royals of Cordelia category series she had going back in the day. There's been some nice re-releases of them recently, so I have Affair Royale and Command Performance, so maybe I'll read some more categories from her. But yeah, overall my goal is to try to get through 3 of her books. I will be proud of myself if I can get that going. I'm also gonna try to have a Discord going for those 4 books that are on the bingo board in case people wanna chat with other people who are reading those books. So that will be in my Discord, and there's a link to that in the description box. Other whats you may need to know about. Oh, I think I'm gonna try to do a reading sprint live stream. So I think that'll be pretty chill. I've never done one of those before, but I figure that might be kind of fun. So keep an eye out on probably Instagram or Twitter for me to announce that. I'll also try to remember to put that on my YouTube community page. So I think I'll probably try to get some reading sprints going. If people want to hang out and read some Nora Roberts together, we'll get that going as well. In terms of when, this is gonna run for 2 weeks. So it is going to start on Sunday, July 18th, and it will end with the live show that is on July 31st. That live show is at 1 p.m. my time, which is, that would be 7 p.m. London time, 2 p.m. New York time, and 11 a.m. LA time. So hopefully that gives you a sense of when it is, but it's 1 p.m. my time on July 31st. So this will run from July 18th to July 31st. So you have 2 weeks to get in as much Nora Roberts reading as you possibly can. Where, like I mentioned, I will have Discord threads set up. We will have a live show here on the channel. I will also announce if we're gonna do some reading sprints. So again, keep an eye on Twitter and Instagram for that. And why? So for me, it's summertime, and I feel like Nora Roberts is a great example of like vacation reading, because she's just so fun to read, easy breezy, propulsively readable. It's so hard to put her books down. So I just feel like the summertime is the right time. I wanted to have a readathon towards the end of July to encourage people to do that, as opposed to maybe other readathons that tend to be happening at that time of the year. Also, it's just like I said, it's her 40th anniversary. So this feels like the right year to do a readathon for Nora Roberts. Also, this supports my overall longer term reading project, which is Reading Roberts, where I am trying to read all 262 books she has published. So anyway, hopefully that all made sense. I will have links and more information in the description box below. Oh, I should also mention that I have merch. So it's not here yet, but it's en route. I will insert footage if I have it by the time I'm editing, but I have made some, I have personally explained the process to you, Deborah, merch. So if you would like some Nora Roberts merch, that is also in the link in my bio. I just thought that I wanted this merch. So that's why I made it. But if you guys would also enjoy some Nora Roberts swag with one of her, I think, best quotes of all time, that is also available. So feel free to rock your Nora Roberts swag as a part of the Roberts Readathon. So yeah, I think that's all the information I need to give you. Definitely let me know what you guys think. If you think that this sounds like fun, if you have a favorite Nora Roberts, let me know. If you're looking for places to start with Nora Roberts, I do have a where to start with Nora Roberts video. So I will be sure to link that in the cards, and I'll try to remember to put a link to it in the description box as well. So if you are looking for suggestions on places to start with Nora Roberts beyond the 4 books that I have called out on the bingo card, there are ideas there as well, but definitely let people know in the comments if you have particular Nora Roberts books that you think that they should read. And yeah, I think that that will do it for this video. Hopefully I haven't left out any important details, but if I do, I will pin a comment. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, follow me on the social medias if you are so inclined. I have all that information listed in the description box below, and I think that that will do it. I hope you're having an absolutely lovely day today, and I will just talk to you soon. Bye!